done, being done, and I think I just hit the button. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We should be rocking and rolling. Let me get out of this little nonsense screen. But welcome to Wise Beyond Bitcoin, where you come to wise up on crypto with your Monday live streams. I'm Lucas.
And I'm Ryan.
And we got a special guest.
Hey, I'm Devin.
And Devin is, in the front lines, in the trenches, with one of the most innovative smart contracts on the Ethereum blockchain. Speaking of Ethereum, we got a lot of news. Ethereum has major bullish news today, and Ryan got an article on that. So we got a lot of good news. But Devin works hand in hand with Wise Token, which we also are big fans of and have a history with. So a lot of good news with Wise Token. What a great day for Wise Token,
Hey, and thanks for the intro. And we owe a lot of thanks to you and what you do, you and Ryan, with your website and what you've done for the community, and just being part of the community as well. Like, you're a true believer, and we love that.
Yeah, well, there's so many. It's community driven, we all have. Ryan has a family. He has his child. Peter just had a child. Congratulations to him. So much has been going on. We're working on the website, also family things and a lot of stuff, but a lot of progress has been made, and it's so exciting. I was just talking to someone today about why someone reached out to me on Telegram, and I said, from all the years I've been in crypto, what you want to see with the project is a team and a community that are building value and continuing to add layers. And now it's funny because it's like everything you hear big YouTubers, people who are big educators, have big voices, they'll do a video. Interoperability is a thing. It's like, well, look at the Wise Token roadmap. They were already building on Binance Smart Chain, or already reached out to Casper and Polkadot. It's like, this is an exciting time to be in crypto, much less to be working with, Ethereum and all the other things happening. So
for sure,
I'm excited.
Yeah.
Ryan pulled up. So Devin, have you heard about what's going on in the traditional markets?
I follow traditional markets relatively close, but probably I have not heard of what Ryan's about to tell me.
Well, you might have. I don't know. It's kind of dated news. It happened Friday. That big margin call with Archegos Capital.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And how that's spooking the markets and everything. And I thought it was noteworthy because of the fact that you see Bitcoin, rallying right as that news kind of hit the airwaves. And it shows you there's like a kind of a decoupling happening, because for a while there you had Bitcoin moving in tandem with the S&P, with the Dow and all that, with mainstream financial markets, and Ryan, it seems like that's shifting.
Big news.
I'm looking at portfolio right now of a lot of ETFs, especially I will say tech driven, but GBTC and ETH Grayscale both up 8% and 6%. Respectively, and then Tesla, UFT, which Spark, IPO, like just all down, and it's like, wow, doing really well compared to the market today. Jeez.
Relative to, yes.
Yeah.
So this is what you're saying. Archegos Capital Management forced its banks to sell more than $20 billion worth of shares after some positions moved against them. And this is just to be Morgan Stanley trade about $13 billion. Wow. So this is huge. This is huge. When everyone's talking about things happening in crypto, this is really, this is akin to the GME short squeeze, pushing hedge funds into having to liquidate in other ways to cover their shorts, to cover their losses. So we're seeing, I guess, this ripple. We're seeing this ripple into other areas where a lot of people are being short squeezed. What's up, DeFi Daddy? What's up, Jacob? What's up, everyone? Make sure you gently tap the like button, because sometimes I've messed up my keyboard and sticky buttons. So, you get dirty, you hit it too hard and you got to replace the thing. So just gently tap that button, and
button.
Say what's up. What's up, Ethereum heads? What a beautiful day it is to be in crypto and to even know what a smart contract platform of Ethereum is. We haven't even gotten to our little market. Refresh the page. Doesn't everyone green?
Yeah.
When it comes to looking at the market, that's a beautiful sign. So,
there's some big news, with ETH that's, probably worth talking about.
Yeah, well,
relative to, do you want to get on that?
I would
The
love,
Visa,
I would love for you to
USDC?
get on that. I would love for you. In fact, while should I move on over to this Visa article you sent me while you do that?
Yeah. Yeah, well, so there's a bunch of partnerships coming down the line. Crypto.com was one, and there's going to be USDC settlements on the Visa network. Is what's the big news, and ETH being, USDC being on the ETH network, so it's bullish for ETH as well. And of course, Wise, it's all part of the ego. It's as the system gets stronger, as the network grows and expands, everything, as the network effect is going to definitely pull Wise up too. So I just thought that was noteworthy. That came out today.
Well, look, the thing about what's going to pull Wise up, it's the fact that Wise was built on the Ethereum blockchain and it's redeemable in ETH.
Exactly.
So many people were wondering, is ETH going to be valuable in a year or two, or what about these other chains? What about these other cryptos out there? It's like ETH is a powerhouse. ETH is a huge. It's like in many ways, it's what Bitcoin is to cryptocurrency. ETH is to smart contracts,
Right.
and a lot of these other smart contract platforms are working to be interoperable. That's the key word. It's like when people get over, it's not this who's going to take over. There's billions of dollars locked up on ETH, and like what you just said, when large companies are looking at where they're making their moves to settle transactions, Visa chose Ethereum, USDC on Ethereum, and there's a lot of large investment going into 32 ETH staking nodes. Like, people are very well aware of what's going on, and many people want to be involved in securing the staking network for ETH. These things take a year or two. Even if you have another smart contract platform that can do some transactions with a little less fees, they're not going to have the whole Ethereum blockchain move over in 6 months. So the reality is, this is, you look at the growth and the development of technology like we saw with cell phones or computers. It's come a long way, from a computer taking up the whole floor of a building to having a laptop or a handheld device that has even more computing power. So when we talk about the expectations of layers and solutions and all this, it's sometimes I think it's like people getting upset that the internet's a little slow on the airplane. It's like, hold on a second here.
Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong. USDC is a Coinbase invention, correct?
I can't correct you because I'm not.
I believe that's right. Let's verify it.
Yeah, go and verify that. But I think that's quite interesting. Coming out 3 weeks, let's say, before they go public.
Oh,
yeah, that's right. That's a Coinbase created by Center.
Yeah. Yes.
Yep.
And it's audited a lot more consistently than Tether, which I don't even know if it's audited anymore.
Yeah,
I wouldn't trust Tether.
That's one of the things I do remember about USDC is it's always been noted for being audited and very secure, opposed to Tether, where it's a little bit of a black box as to how much is actually backing what's being printed. Now, there's been a lot of moves. I've heard from people that they feel very secure that Tether's very solvent, so I'm not bashing in any way, but it's good to know when you've got something else out there that you can choose. It's, for a while, remember the crypto-spiracies when Tether was the only thing? It's like, it's the only stable coin, and what happens if, and now we've got, so that's huge. This is solid for Ethereum. It's solid for cryptocurrency and blockchain in general. Shout out to Jacob, DeFi Daddy, and our Dirty Dozen, and the people who are here hanging out on their Monday evenings to talk crypto and economics and markets. Big news. Brian brought up some big news with a major market sell-off in traditional finance. We got Visa driving the ETH market, and we got more stuff to talk about. But we also got
going back to that margin call story. One of the perennial discussions we're always having is what does the crypto market do in a broad financial sell-off, right? Because we haven't really tested. We haven't seen that. We haven't. Bitcoin was created after the 2008, 2009 crisis, or right around then. It was kind of instigated by that experience. So we don't really know how crypto markets perform in a real credit crisis, financial crisis situation. And if you look back at what happened in '08, that crisis was punctuated or kind of not punctuated. It was initiated by some credit squeezes, some margin calls in the derivatives markets for mortgages and things, and credit I believe overnight loans for in the bank. What's it called? The paper commercial paper market. Yeah. So anyway, long story short, credit squeeze, margin calls, same thing. And so I'm wondering if this new iteration is sort of a hint as to maybe this financial crisis cycle is about to come back, and if so, what is that really? What do we expect crypto to do? Is it gonna be a store of value, a safe haven, like gold kind of tends to be, or is it gonna is it gonna move in tandem with down with the markets as people liquidate their positions to cover other positions, or what do you guys think?
But before Lucas speaks, because I know he'll have a more informed answer than me,
Nope.
I feel that, well, we saw it in March of last year. We saw a quicker recovery, granted, relative, but I think quicker. And you have, again, yes, the economy of the United States or Europe, they do affect global economies, but you have so much, like, just going off of my own analytics, our second biggest demographic is, after America, is Nigeria. That is an entirely different economy from what I understand and what I read. They have crazy different geopolitical issues, and different things affect the Nigerian economy and they're running so much of not so much of their economy, but so many people in their economy are using crypto. Does it? I expect much of America, yes, will liquidate their Bitcoin whatevers to pay off their bank whatevers, but it probably comes back a lot quicker because you have people buying that dip over in other places in the world where that's not really affecting them as much because it's just different.
Yeah, that sounds like a plausible scenario for sure to me. What do you think, Lucas?
I mean, I love that Devin brought up Nigeria because I was talking to someone on social media who lives from Nigeria and was explaining how in Nigeria right now, because of the state of their currency, that most of the people well, first of all, Bitcoin is predominantly used by many people throughout the country of Nigeria. On top of that, so much so that people they refer to the prices of goods in satoshis, like apples, cereal, grains, buying things. Literally, they can look at something and start talking. So in many ways, they're ahead of the curve because to start looking at the market in terms of satoshis is really the future. It's the way. It's a proper understanding. It's if you're gonna even be protecting your satoshis, you start to understand the prices of movements in satoshis. So, I do feel that Nigeria and other parts of Africa, hopefully, will be able to lead the way and really be an oasis and a really I don't know, just a huge force of growth and innovation for cryptocurrency and blockchain. It's almost like, Ryan. Remember the stories of in economics about how how some markets don't have to catch up.
Right.
The structure, like they leap the leapfrogging of markets. So like in our case in the United States, before we got to cell phones, we had we had to develop huge infrastructures of landlines of wires going from house to house everywhere.
Right.
Well, by the time the infrastructure was being built and the resources, for many geopolitical reasons in Africa, it didn't make sense to build wires to every house because it made more sense to just build radio towers and give cell phones. So literally, you have cell phones going into a community, into a culture that didn't have a history of landlines. Like here, we had this history of landlines, and then seeing the landlines go away, and then the cell phone or somewhere else, just cell phones come around. So, yeah.
Yeah, I could see that point, that the adoption is happening so fast in other parts of the world that even if the developed world does see a financial crisis, that there's enough demand for this all over that a sustained, like price deflation period probably won't happen. I think we could see drops for sure, and we will, but there'll be so much buying activity at those moments that it'll shock people how strong and how resilient the crypto markets are compared to the normal financial markets.
And we are in a different time. I agree with Devin about, there'll be a slight dip, but people buy the dip more than ever. Mm-hmm. There's more eyes on crypto. There's a lot more eyes on Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. So sure, if the whole market, world economy goes into a black swan dip, will markets dip?
Sure.
Probably. But when things recover, and will they dip as bad as ceteris paribus, all things being equal, where would you rather be?
Right.
Probably in crypto. I would definitely say that would be one of the safer stores of value. And we already see that so many people in different countries, whether it be institutional investment or large, billionaire, people just with personal large portfolios, moving into Bitcoin and cryptocurrency as a store of value. So this is not 2017, even though I'm always like very skeptical, and I like to be super like, worst case scenario outlook, hope for the best, plan for the worst. I see, you listen to Michael Saylor talk, and it's so fun listening to him because he's so Bitcoin maximalist bullish. I could be wrong. I think he's a little naive. I remember when we were Bitcoin maximalists, when we first got into crypto, and there was a while where I was just like, I remember it was like almost a year. I mean, there's a time where I was Bitcoin maximalist, and other people talk about their phases of Bitcoin maximalism. So, it's important because it's important to understand the value of Bitcoin. I think it's better to go from Bitcoin maximalism to appreciating the value of other blockchain technologies than from just getting into other blockchains and thinking Bitcoin doesn't have a value. Because I think that's a big mistake. When people are like, well, if this is faster, it's like, let's remember that a lot of these forks or improvements only exist because Bitcoin still functions today and is secure and hasn't been hacked. Right. And is so. I do see, like, when I've heard other developers, I've heard techies explain, you've seen internet build upon the telephone dial-up layer, and now we've got, modem cable. It's faster. Well, you'll have Bitcoin as that dial-up layer, and you've got these other layers being built. But it doesn't make sense that you just rip out the underlying protocol foundation. It's going to be there. It's not going anywhere. Now, I can see other cryptos grow in value faster, grow in value more, because they're more use case. But I can always, it doesn't make sense to me that Bitcoin goes away. It serves a purpose as a store of value. I think in a free society, in a free market, not the store of value. I think we can find other stores of value. And where I part with Michael Saylor is a businessman who speaks about taxes and the company in his books and the SEC. So he looks at it from a citizen, corporate entity, a juristic person, maximizing his profits. And, he doesn't look at it from like, oh, look at this revolutionary technology that makes the certain systems obsolete. He's still very within the certain guidelines of acceptability. So if the state were to be like, oh, Bitcoin is our reserve currency, everyone turn it in, incorporate it, report it, and we'll issue. He'd be all for it. He'd be like, all right, well, that was a good play.
Yeah, it's not I'm sure he doesn't see it as a means to change the world as much as it is as a good investment.
Right. And it has a good investment.
That kind of brings up the next point that's big, the big news item that everybody's talking about in crypto land, which is the proposed potential ban in India. Have you heard about that, Devin? Sure. What's your take before we get into ours?
Oh, wait, hold on. Also, we got before we do, we also got people in our chat asking questions, so I do want to get to that because we are interactive.
Yes.
So if you guys saw
Yeah.
some of that, have you guys heard about BTC ending up as a token on ETH? Oh, DeFi Daddy. I just get to some of these questions real quick. Do you guys? I'll say real quick. If my thought on it is wrap Bitcoin, synthetics, Chain X. I'm very bullish on Polkadot community and Chain X. I've got some videos on that. I would say Chain X is the synthetics. No, sorry, that's shadows. Chain X is the vet. Is like the Ren BTC, the wrap Bitcoin layer for Polkadot. So I do feel that BTC on Ethereum, BTC on Polkadot, wrapped Bitcoin on smart contracts is the future. I do feel that that is going to be more functional than, some clunky Lightning network built upon Bitcoin, which was never meant to be built upon. People trying to force a square in a round peg or a round peg through a square hole or whichever one it is. Someone, make a comment and win some kudos. All right. Yeah. And then what do you guys think about that? Wrap Bitcoin ending up as a token on ETH. Or he said BTC ending up as a token. My thing is that wrapped Bitcoin kind of is, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah, I think
the price is so. Yeah, go ahead, Ryan.
I mean, I don't have a whole lot to say. I think that's the future of Bitcoin's, the functionality, transaction cost problem. I think you can kind of get around that with that workaround, because you don't really need to be. Bitcoin doesn't need to be bought and sold and transacted all the time. It can be that thing that you keep on a cold storage wallet that you don't ever touch until you need to move a little bit and to diversify an investment or whatever. But and if that's the case, then if you do want to have some that you're able to spend and play with without with using in quicker transactions or with higher throughput, then that would be the Lightning Network isn't going to be the solution. But putting it on ETH, the wrapped. That's the solution. So that I don't have a contrarian take on that. You're up.
Agree. Nope, nothing, no more.
Yeah.
He says, have you guys heard of Grid Plus Lattice One? I think their idea of a hardware wallet can change the way people look at crypto by using crypto natively to buy commerce with. Have you guys heard of Grid Plus Lattice One? I am not, Jacob, I'm not familiar with it. But you always have freaking good research. So behind Grid Plus Lattice. Well, there's something. Maybe that's it. Grid Plus. Oh, that looks cool. Enables management of crypto assets with a simple, secure interface. Okay, so it'd be like your Trezor.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's like a
touchscreen. Yeah.
A Trezor, but that maybe it's has more features and
says you can pair it with any supported app.
Well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
That's pretty freaking awesome.
So it's like hardware interoperability.
Wow, something to look at. That's hot. That's hot. That's hot off the freaking press. Good looking out, Jacob. You see, the wise community and people wise beyond Bitcoin are dirty dozen. We got people giving you the latest. You tune in these live streams, you're gonna find out some hot stuff, man. That's cool. I know you got some. He's probably Jacob's. He's like, man, I told you about some other things you still haven't talked about. And you're probably right, bro. You just have to remind me. Celsius wallet is the exact except you can spend credit at a fraction, I guess, instead of HODL. Celsius is a little separate. Celsius is, slightly centralized, although for what it is. Oh, do you guys hear about Mines? You guys know about Mines? Have y'all heard about Mines? Social media, blockchain. I started an account with them like a couple years ago, and I never did anything with it. Foolish of me, admit, but maybe I'll get back in and figure something out. Wise is like, they had their act together better than Steam It. I just felt that the community was a lot more about, it's one of those social media, but rewarding people themselves for what they put out. But it's academic. I think it was very oriented towards, quality content, not like a TikTok video thing, but like, writing articles or putting stuff out. So, anyway, they integrated with Uniswap just this like today or in the last couple days. Mine's
cool.
token just integrated with Uniswap, and that's going to allow people who earn rewards on their social media protocol to now directly go
To Uniswap.
to Uniswap and exchange it for all Ethereum-based tokens. So they've
Nice.
literally just created a way to bridge all the value that you earn on their social media network to all
Uniswap.
that liquidity and all of that value in the Uniswap ecosystem. So
Huge.
I think that's another big move for crypto world, you know.
No doubt.
I have something pulled up. So for if we have anybody in the Wise community, Wise token community, a little shout out. So you do know that a collaboration with Space Glitter built stakewise.org fixed a couple things. We've got the little lock secured website, you know, so it has a little secure protocol sign up there, so you know it's good to go. We also added, we got the official Wise token link, so you go right to the Wise token website, bada bing, bada boom, for learning the deets. We also have a link to one of the top websites for Wise token. Click Wise Analytics, and bada bing, bada boom. Where does it take you to? Wiseinfo.io. It's like, you know, if you have Wise token and you want to see what's going on, you come over here, you connect your MetaMask. He's got the breakdown, he's got the news, he's got all the analytics. So, you know, we're building it out as a hub, but we've got that. Well, we also got, it takes you right to the Wise exchange. So for people who are just got their Ethereum and they're like, I'm ready to rock and set my stakes, but you know what, I'm excited about, you guys. I'm gonna roll through this real quick. Y'all gonna have to bear through this with me. I haven't shown this to you, Ryan, but I'm gonna put one 10,000 Wise token. Say the first one stakes ends in 2 years, then 1 year after that for 5 years. Every year for 5 years. Because you know, when you think crypto, you got to think long. You're not like, what do you mean 6 months, 3 months? Go 2 years, 3 years, stake it, and then come back. Let it build value. Create the table. Bada bing, bada boom. Literally, you customize the percentages yourself. You make it, you literally can do the whole thing. And then put in the referral, finalize values, shows the whole thing. I'm pumped up. I'm so glad we got this thing rocking and rolling. I'm going to do a single stake because you can do this for one stake. You don't have to do it for a staking ladder. You literally can just set for one stake and set a stake. And for that stake, you can customize. We have a list of the Wise team. We got ambassadors. We got Devin on here because he does a lot of work. Amelia's charity. I'm gonna do that with one of my stakes here shortly when I get my next video up. But we've got the custom feature. So if you're building CM referrals for a charity, for a nonprofit, or for somebody else that you know in your family, build it out. Bada bing, bada boom. Customize it. So we're really excited about launching this. And this week we will have live action video to show you how it works and it working as we set some stakes. So I'm excited about that. There's my stakewise.org plug. And I like, we got the tab.
So much.
We got the token to go to Wise Info too, because the whole point is like, you know, see the website, see other people, see the value in the community, because there's so much being done, and it's just amazing. So, all right.
Yes, sir.
And hey, look, Devin, I'm gonna see that. We're gonna have our website down here too. Ladder staking coming soon.
Nice.
Until then, I'm saying that, Peter, if you're watching, have them throw it down here. Stakewise.org. We'll have a couple places. All right.
I'll send him a message.
What else is going on? Oh, and I'm excited about the man. Do you have a roadmap? I saw Peter pulled it up on the video he put recently, but do you have that Wise token roadmap that shows what's going on for the 2021?
Yeah, go to Telegram and put in exclamation roadmap. It should.
Oh, it's on there? It's updated? Cool.
Yep.
Sweet. All right. I didn't mean to interrupt. If somebody else asked something, I'm going to pull it up because I've been looking for that.
Okay, we have a question in the chat from Jacob. He says, with Wise being put on the Matic network on their Plasma chain, do we believe crypto apps are moving to second layer solutions? Yes.
Hey, Devin, how do you ask for that again? Oh, you did it. You just did it for me. Thanks, Devin. All right, cool. Awesome.
Sorry, what was the question, Ryan?
The question from Jacob was, do we believe, with Wise being put on the Matic network on their Plasma chain, do we believe that crypto apps will be moving to second layer solutions, layer 2 solutions?
Crypto apps specific to Wise or crypto apps in general?
I'm thinking just more in general.
Yeah.
I'm not. What crypto apps?
Clarify.
I'm kind of confused. Do y'all understand?
Yeah. I don't know of any specific crypto apps, but I imagine, like, I do know of some. Not really allowed to say the names yet, but they're not on the Ethereum network. They're on other networks that have apps that are in the works / in the process of launching that are interesting layer 2 things. I can't really go into too much more detail, but yeah, there are things out there that are layer 2 apps on other blockchains that aren't Ethereum. I don't know about Ethereum specifically, but I imagine they're there if they're on other chains.
Yeah, I imagine now that Polygon and Matic are exploding and other layer 2s probably be you're, instead of sending Wise token back and forth on Ethereum, you send Wise token back and forth on Matic, and then you set your stakes on Ethereum, or you do certain things on a different net. That's probably what it'd be, so that way you're not spending $10 or $15 to send Wise. But now we've created an ecosystem. This is what people, what I'm seeing, what I'm excited about. It's like, you've got, just like you have money that you put in the bank to earn interest, you also have money that you keep liquid that you go to buy groceries, or you go to send, or you go to tip, or you go to pay for things with. That market, that layer 2, that liquid Wise, you send it for fractions of a penny. That's what the whole Matic Polygon, that's what that's about. Great. And then you could take that exact Wise and go right into the ecosystem, which immediately redeemable in ETH. So there's the value. Oh man, I actually have it pulled up, Devin. Hold on. Okay, that's cool. But this is what I'm talking about, brother. This is what I'm talking about. You're right. But Peter had it looking all beautiful and fancy on his YouTube channel.
Oh, if you got it up. Yeah.
Okay. He had this, and it had like a picture, on the like the roadmap. It was all on the video. But this is what I'm talking about. This is the news. You're right. BSC, Changely, incentive pool, direct fiat onboarding. This is so bullish. It's like, man, nice. I'm so pumped about what's going on with Wise token. And okay, yeah. When we get our website, we put our consulting. I'm excited about so many things, but this Bright Idea integration and Faucet, I'm pumped up. That was your idea. I'm pumped up about it. Yeah, well, well, I saw it from Die Network. I mean, it's not other people have been doing it, but the thing is that I'm excited about all the stuff going on with Wise token. The fact is that the team and Peter have been working their butts off post launch, and at the end of the day, if you're in a community, you don't complain and moan about and sit. You build value and you grow and you see what's happening in the network. And what's happening is a lot of bullish and beautiful things and signs for growth. So I'm excited. Direct fiat onboarding, moving to layer 2, and interoperable on other chains. What's everyone talking about in crypto right now? Fiat onboarding
and
interoperability. And also layer 2 solutions.
Right.
Literally, Polygon and Matic are one of the fastest growing cryptos in the last couple of weeks. They've exploded. They've exploded. Easily. And for the service they provide, and it's actually been around for a while. They were Matic before Polygon, is that right? But yeah, so Polygon for Matic. Yeah. Thank you. So that's huge. That's huge. And this is what I had pulled up. Where is it at? It was the quick swap. Check it out. This is a huge accomplishment.
Refresh.
What I do?
So you get the refresh. You get the most updated. Yeah.
Let me because I changed from the Ethereum network, so it might ask me to go back. Oh, okay.
Oh no, you should be. Yeah.
I'm good to go. So much to learn. I'm just so much to learn. Okay, this is cool. So, quick swap, I think, is the largest decentralized exchange on Matic. Polygon. I mean, right. It is the DEX. It's their DEX.
It is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Matic is like the layer 2 rollup solution on Ethereum right now. And just like I remember earning free Uniswap tokens and Unidrops and being an LP provider, for all of you who've been in crypto or you're getting new to crypto, one of the fun things about crypto is this is educational information, not financial advice. If you come to play, and sometimes you're rewarded. Often you're rewarded, but regardless, you come to enjoy and learn. This is how you participate in pools. You get that MetaMask wallet that we have a video that shows you, and literally when you come to the QuickSwap website, it what I love about it is that it automatically downloads their network on your MetaMask wallet. When you click switch to Matic, it automatically downloads their blockchain if you don't have it. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like XDAI, it says, do you want to switch to Matic Network? Switch to Matic Network. If you go to XDAI or Binance Smart Chain, you actually have to like copy and paste the ID, the network. Yeah. This right here, bada bing, bada boom. It just does it for you. So nice. I love the integration, how easy they've made it. But I wouldn't be surprised if LP providers for these various pools down the road, you never know, get extra bonus rewards. The fact is right now, if you're adding liquidity to these pools, you're earning quick tokens, guaranteed. 30 quick a day is going out to the Wise quick pair. And isn't there also a Wise ETH pair?
Next page, top one. Yep.
So Wise quick and a Wise ETH pair.
Yeah.
Freaking already almost at 1 million.
Other one too.
That's freaking awesome. So, like I said, I got videos to do. I've been so busy on other cryptos and just doing more education, getting our basic info, our website. But man, this week I'm dedicated to a few Wise videos because there's just so much going on. This is exciting news. This is really cool, very cool. All right, I had that pulled up. That was my quick Wise shout out. No pun intended. What else do we have up here?
What's next on the agenda?
Oh, this was just an article that I came across. Somehow it got emailed to me, so I must have signed up for something on a Medium article. Best cryptocurrency to invest. So this is March 9th. It's in geek culture, so I guess it's a techie channel, and you know the global economy is going paperless. Talking about it's going more mainstream. All records kept in a decentralized way. Just talking about crypto, right? From a tech perspective. Here we go. Yeah. Also the announcement of PayPal. So they're just talking about how it's becoming more mainstream. Why I pulled it up, I was scrolling down because I just want to see what they're exposing other people to. And look at this. Top crypto by investment risk. Now this is interesting. I don't know where they come up with these metrics. You know, for me, I don't take this seriously. Okay, it's from the wisecrypto.com.
Not us.
No, but you know, I wonder what goes in to choosing, you know, these metrics in general, right?
I don't know why Neo is on that list of the top 10. But okay.
Or Tron.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, not to, yeah. I guess that kind of knocking them a little bit. No, I'm just kidding. Bit.
But this is not financial advice, right?
No, it's not. Educational information. So top crypto by technology. Now check this out. Polkadot up in the top, and Cardano, interesting. Cosmos and Tezos and Phantom and Ethereum. So and Holochain is up there. So I mean, this is what I tell people. If you want to look at cryptocurrency, say like staking for a few years, these are like blue chips. The people are talking about these being the big players for a few years. They're building value in the network. Yeah. So, you know, will they all be here 10 years from now? Probably not. Maybe not. But will a lot of them be here a few years from now? Most likely. It takes, you know, a lot. There's a lot of value, and this is a slow moving, growing technology. I mean, this market is just now in its infancy. A lot of these are brand new names. I mean, some of them technically have been around for a couple years, but we're talking about like 2 or 3 years. I mean, it's baby stage.
Very young.
Shisha, wasn't that something you want to talk about?
Yeah, there's a whole there's an article on that. There's a that's right, DeFi mutual fund that they're going to launch. Let me pull up the article so I don't say something wrong. But
I got the article right up here, and JPAR jumped in. What's up, JPAR? He said Gavin's repping in it for the tech. I don't know what he's talking about, but he's making me laugh because that's just a funny comment. I'm sure he's talking about Gavin Woods. I'm assuming he's talking about Gavin Woods.
Yeah.
All right, do you want me to scroll down further?
No, that's it. It's just that there's going to be NFTs available. It looks interesting. Looks like it's a Dubai-based company. I want to say, are they from Dubai or is they?
Yes.
No, just the article.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, they are. So Shisha Finance, which I remember growing up, Shisha. Shisha, if you've ever had Shisha, it's delicious. I even got to have some over in the Middle East when I was younger. I had one over there. But Shisha is when they put hot coals. They put foil over a tobacco that's often flavored, and they'll put coals on top of it, and you have a hookah, and you sit around, and you all sit with your friends, and you sit there and you smoke them together, and oh my gosh, it's so smooth, and it tastes so nice. It's just flavored tobacco. Often you have something to drink, and I remember in my youth with my chicken shawarmas and my shisha, running out. Don't tell the parents I'm having shisha and shawarmas. Oh man, wild nights. But so Shisha Finance, Dubai-based company in Dubai. There's a lot of wealth, obviously, in Dubai and that part of the world. But opening up to talking about more than Bitcoin. Wise beyond Bitcoin. I love how the name is Wise Beyond Bitcoin, and all these people are talking about things other than Bitcoin. We're taking Chainlink and Barry Silbert and Grayscale. They're opening up trusts for different altcoins. Like, we're talking about a huge explosion in interest in alternative, altcoins and cryptos other than Bitcoin, which is important. It's like, it'd be quite naive and foolish to think that even if you think Ethereum's not the one, even if you're like, no, Ethereum's got these problems and issues that I think are insurmountable. But okay, great. Then someone else that doesn't have those issues is going to do it. But to say that smart contracts, where people from decentralized storage and security can now sign their own transactions and complete this completely automated system without intermediaries, you say that that's not necessary. Or think about this. Some people say that, well, Bitcoin can eventually do that. That's the argument. I would say this from an economics perspective. So you're telling me that the whole world should wait 15, 20, 30 years while Bitcoin figures it out? Meanwhile, you have working protocols that are wrapping Bitcoin, that are sending it, that are staking, that are creating contracts. It's like, if you're a Bitcoin maximalist, you're just being foolish. At some point, you were innovative, and now you're a loom smasher.
Well, I think any kind of maximalist position is foolish, because if you look at anything, look at the gas costs, with the Ethereum network, right? Just imagine trying to onboard the entire world with, what that would do to the transaction costs and everything. It's like, no, it's going to take an entire ecosystem of these companies and these products and these networks to even do a half of what Visa does, right? But going back to Shisha, so this is why I mentioned this. So they're having a liquidity generation event where you can buy liquidity provision tokens, and then you can stake these. And unlike normal staking, where the asset is locked up and you're not able to access it, these are staked in an indirect sense. So you're paid in Shisha tokens, but you're also receiving the rewards, and you can access other tokens from other DeFi projects. So this is an opportunity to receive tokens from existing and upcoming DeFi projects without lengthy, costly, or otherwise spending more money. It's almost like you're getting a ticket to a faucet, in a sense, is what it sounds like to me.
Yeah, I see it. You can deposit Ethereum in Binance Coin right now. That's freaking awesome.
So this sounds really cool. As far as building a portfolio,
that is cool to awesome, dude. And wait, what are the first two chains that Wise token built on?
Same, Ethereum and Binance.
Oh, dang. I just like
But
all these things that are happening. It's just more good news and value added. When so it was funny. I had this pulled up. So I just did a video on this. I won't spend too much time. It's just again, I like showing people perspective when it comes to charts. Now synthetics, no one would doubt that synthetics is a solid protocol. I don't think. I mean, synthetics wraps Bitcoin, gold, other assets. They are one of Ethereum's top projects. They're amazing for what they do. Now, if you look at synthetics and you would have gotten into synthetics, maybe back in the day, let's say back in 2018, okay, and you got in at synthetics and you got in it when it was like 76 cents, you put in $10,000, like synthetics, dude, synthetics is gonna revolutionize Ethereum. They're gonna wrap Bitcoin on synthetics and put that. It's gonna be DeFi. It's gonna be huge, and they're talking about it. So they put in 10 grand. It goes from 76 cents. That thing over the next year would go down to 10. You literally goes down to 5 cents. You literally have less than $700. Your 10 grand would have been worth $700. And you know what most people would have been if there was Telegram. What the heck, synthetics? What the heck? How come why is your price? Imagine. God bless the people, Now, check it out. Some people they sold out, Now, look at this. Just 3 years. 3 years later, if you would have bought it 76 cents right now after it corrects, you're sitting here at $17. So that 10 grand would be worth over $230,000. You have close to $250,000 right now.
How many people
in 3 years? In 3 years. 3 years. So it's like some people when they get into crypto, they hear about like a pump making $1 million in a month. It's like, don't ever go into something, this is educational information, not financial advice. It's also not get rich quick, hop on or pump wagon, look, do your research, look at the projects.
Realistic.
Right. But
you could lose, 3/4 of your investment tomorrow. And that's possible.
Now,
it's totally possible.
Here's why.
Hold on,
Exactly. And here's what's cool about synthetics. It was one of the projects that was solid. It's here 3 years later. Not all the things that were around in 2018 are even in the top 200 of crypto. A lot of them were pump and dumps. So when you have a project, what's cool about Wise Token, I keep going back to it because you're here, Devin. It's glad to have you. It's been a while. But what I love about it is that not only in the first year are they building all this value and it's just growing, but in 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, that locked liquidity on Uniswap, that Ethereum, it's going to be there. So start building value and be a part of the community and do what you got to do because this is a diamond. This is a diamond in the rough. And I actually pulled up a special article, speaking of diamond in the rough, that Ryan sent me. Okay. And right now you may think Wise is like peanut butter. You may think Wise is like peanut butter. I love peanut butter, by the way. We all love peanut butter. But you get peanut butter, like, man, this is delicious. But, man, I've had too much peanut butter. I need a break. You may not know this, but you can turn peanut butter into a diamond. So get them sticky peanut butter hands and hold on tight. And if you hold on tight enough, them sticky peanut butter hands, you make it look diamond. Yep. Links below in the article that will show you how to turn peanut butter and your Wise into diamonds. This is where you get all your top crypto and natural geological information.
Every now and then there'll be an opportunity to reference this peanut butter diamond thing. And I know everybody looks at me like I'm crazy. I'm like, no, serious, you can really do this.
Dude, hey, you know what? Maybe we'll see other people start talking about turn your peanut butter hands into diamond hands.
Yeah, right.
Maybe someone's already said it, and they'll point.
That's funny.
Maybe
I'm gonna start saying that.
Get your sticky peanut butter hands, and you hold them together, and you'll just hold on, stake it for 3 years, and you have diamonds. Mm-hmm. Oh, we got DBK Road to $1 million saying Chain X, virtually a second Kusama Polkadot with added features. What's up, DBK Road to $1 million? Couldn't agree more. They are freaking that's an awesome ecosystem. I've just done some videos on that recently. So I'll tell you what, I don't know, but hey, DBK, did you know that Wise Token is branching out to the Polkadot ecosystem? Man, when did that come about? I'm so pumped up about that happening this year.
So actually, you told me about Moonbeam,
Yes.
and I
I
reached out to them and heard back from them, and Peter and
hey,
I and
hey,
Moonbeam
Devin, will
and
you mention
yeah,
that, because we're getting our website together, and I mentioned you about Moonbeam and the
yeah.
Bright ID Faucet. I'm going to collaborate with you guys more, but when we get our website together, I'm going to offer consulting not just for people who are new, but I also want to offer consulting to
Mhm.
crypto projects too, and as we build out this community future. So that's awesome. But so you took.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, as soon as you get that website, boom,
I
send you
appreciate it.
over a
I
quote. Send
love
you
it.
over a
You
quote.
guys, I'm so excited, man. Dude, I'm so excited about this community. Anyway, so tell me about the Moonbeam. Tell me about this. What happened?
Uh, Essentially a little bit
Let
too
me.
early because where Polkadot's at, but
Right, right.
yeah, Moonbeam it helps migrate. Yeah, as you know, you'll be able to speak to this, and you have the website up. So
Yep.
yeah,
Pulling
go
it up
ahead.
now. No, Moonbeam. It's dedicated. Now I'm a Cancer. I love anything moon related. Cancer's ruled by the moon. That's just gonna throw that out there. That's part of my bias. Okay, everyone has to show their bias. I love if it says the moon on there. I'm already kind of gravitating. Interestingly enough, I didn't jump on Luna, that's another story, and but it's doing really well, and it's moon related, so my heart's there with it. You know, it's one of those things where like, oh, I'll wait for it to correct. I'll wait for it to. I'll wait. Oh man, all
Yeah.
right. Anyway, so Moonbeam is taking things over from Ethereum to Polkadot smart contract parachain. This is freaking awesome news.
Big
Polkadot.
T.
I mean, I'm just so bullish on Polkadot. I'm glad DBK came into the channel. Thank you, brother, for showing love and support. I got more stuff coming to talk about what's happening, because we're really about teaching people about these projects that are going to be around for years. We're talking about projects that are adding value to the ecosystem. And we talk about Wise Token, locked liquidity, ownerless. We talk about Polkadot, Moonbeam, ChainX, dude. ChainX. If you're still here, DBK, ChainX, we know ChainX is a decentralized version of REN BTC. So REN BTC is cool because it wraps Bitcoin and puts it on a smart contract platform, but it's still centralized and has a foundation. So you still have that gateway where if the man came down, was like, give us all your addresses and IP, who knows? I mean, maybe that's a little overblown, but still it's centralized, right? And ChainX is like, hey, let's come out with a decentralized, trusty way of taking Bitcoin and bringing it into Polkadot and other assets. So they're one of the first things built on Polkadot. ChainX is huge. Shadows is doing derivatives and doing what Synthetics is on Polkadot, and they're actually anchoring ChainX as their Bitcoin layer, just like you have Wrap Bitcoin on Uniswap. So it's like you start looking at these things and you see where we're at. It's like I tell people, we're in the beginning of the projects that are paving the way for the new future world economy. This is Web 3.0. Get off the blinders. Don't be a maximalist. Look at the community. Look at the projects that are ethical, that are decentralized, that are built to last, and jump in and join and add value and get your family, get your friends involved, because
That's a good segue to the final little topic we wanted to cover with India and the potential ban.
do it.
The issue with a centralized wrap BTC is more centralized. So there's the opening for ChainX to make a decentralized option that has more value in a world where governments are increasingly trying to get their hands on your coins.
Yeah.
And so to make a finer point on that, India, the rumor is India wants to do a ban on mining, trading, and possessing. So just the outright ownership of any crypto. And they're rolling out their own central bank crypto digital coin that they are, I guess, clearing the market, getting the market ready for by clearing out the competition. Sort of a, I don't know, give the natives poison blankets, I guess, theory before you try to compete and weaken the field. So if that's the thing, but I don't know. I kind of tend to think Luke's right that this is a lot of hot air and
FUD.
that it's FUD.
Mm-hmm.
What's your take, Devin?
How many times in 2007 and 17 did we hear on the way up, China's banning Bitcoin?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, China's banning Bitcoin. I do think there could be some validity to this. There's been politically there are two very big groups, Bitcoin anti-Bitcoin or crypto anti-crypto now, in the government in India, and I guess it's only time until one kind of wins out on the headlines, in this cycle.
Right.
This will be.
I don't know if it's FUD. I don't know.
I think this would be a huge. This will create a huge.
Yeah.
This would create a huge. I'm going to use the word loosely. Okay, a huge war, a major divide in the world. Because look, what you're talking about is, if you say if the ban becomes law, India will be the first major economy to make holding crypto illegal. So you're literally talking about a group of people who are making laws, who are literally post telling people, "Hey, you've been innovating on this new technology. Well,
we say no.
It's illegal."
Right. It really comes down to
think about all the humans that are innovating, that are part of this, like that have taken risks. It's like to just sit there and say holding it is now illegal. That
the stretch.
I mean, I can understand when I've read articles saying there are that the FATFs, the FATFs, that they're out there to make sure that people aren't using crypto to buy nuclear warheads. I mean, I'm a huge supporter of that. I'm a huge supporter of making sure that crypto is not used to buy nuclear weapons and
for sure,
and supporting wars and terrorism and all that good stuff. So think we can all say that.
On a topic related to money laundering, I heard from my uncle. I was talking to him about NBA Top Shots because I feel like it's the easiest way to lull some people into this space of NFTs. He's like, yeah, he's a CFO or CMO of a big tech company, and he's like, yeah, I know all about it, and they it's a way people are using to like clean their Bitcoin, to launder money through this centralized NBA service. And I'm like, that's so interesting to think about, people using NFTs to like essentially clean their money, right? So I do, again, to your point, I love services like that are making sure that kind of stuff isn't happening, because that's really all the ammo Janet Yellen has on us right now, is that it's used for terrorism. Well, and you've told me more about this than I know about this myself. US dollars used more for terrorism than any other cryptocurrency ever.
I mean, really, if we're talking about, I was paid when I was in the Marine Corps Infantry. I carried a gun. I saw bombs being dropped on people's. I mean, I got paid in dollars. I never got a Bitcoin. I wish they would have paid me in Bitcoin, but they didn't give me crypto. I didn't get one crypto. It was all fiat.
And not only does it fund violence and terrorism, it's like the premier shitcoin of them all.
It is. Time out. If the US dollar fiat money was a crypto, and you were like, well, what are the tokenomics? Well, who's behind it? Well, do we get to audit it? It's like, no. Oh, you got M1, M2, M3. We've got these floating metrics that we change.
We're not even going to tell you how many we're making.
We're going to change the rules for how fast we can inflate it and who gets to inflate it. It's such a circus. Okay. People in the future. Go ahead.
You're missing out. The coins have little S's on them, and they're rare, and you can collect them.
Right, and you need them to pay your taxes. That's the real.
That's the big one.
See, for me, like when it comes to laundering money, I think it's kind of a joke, because I think if you take launder in the sense of making something clean that's dirty, I think fiat money is really dirty. Fiat money's dirty. Look at the history of it. Prisons, wars, politics, central banks that have no checks and balances on the banking system. Like, literally, look at the division it's caused in the world, in nations, in cities. Look at how this financial system has wreaked havoc around the world. I mean, it's obvious.
Right.
It's present everywhere. It is the fiat currency banking model. It's been predominant. So if you're taking fiat money and you're somehow finding a way to put it into crypto, I think it's all laundering money. You're cleaning it. You're going from
in a good way.
You're going from a dirty money to a clean money. In that sense, I think everyone should be laundering their. I think everyone launder your fiat into crypto. Right. Everyone wash that dirty crypto.
Nip it.
Everyone.
Just that soundbite.
Well, everyone launder that dirty fiat. Probably got cocaine, on that. If you test the dollar bill, who knows what's on that? And with everyone being afraid to touch and be near people, it's like, well, come on, for you guys, you should be fiat's extra dirty. I would say. I did see a funny GIF that said a meme that had pictures of people riding bicycles with plastic bags on their heads. It said, when I was a child, you were told putting a plastic bag on your face is dangerous. But here in WTF land, oh man, that's a side note. And earlier, yeah, man, thanks for stopping by, DBK. And earlier, someone, one of our peeps was talking about, it was Jacob, no, it was DeFi Daddy, was talking about Celsius. I will say, Celsius, I don't really normally talk about. I like focusing on decentralized, trustless. But for a quasi-centralized system, Alex Machensky and Celsius, of all the choices out there, I would be like, dude, if you're going to diversify, I would be over a traditional bank any day of the week. Any day of the week, I would say, well, if you would go there instead of a traditional bank, you're better off. I would say it's a huge. I'm a proponent of all things trying to make the world a better place, and he's got a history of creating projects that are designed to reach people and to really add value to the market and to the world. So I'm not in any way an opponent of Celsius. I'm so glad we had some people from Wise community and from the Polkadot Kusama. DBK Road to Million. He knows a lot and has got some huge insights into the interoperability between Kusama and Polkadot and what's going on there. So that's awesome. Thanks for jumping in. Thank you all for jumping in and smashing the like button, tapping it, caressing it, giving it a little love and attention. We got
with your peanut butter hand.
With your peanut butter hands that you're turning into diamond, God bless. Yeah, we saw the Visa news. We talked about Visa and USDC, JPAR. I know you didn't jump in the beginning, but that's all right. I'm glad you're here. Better late than never. You're part of the Dirty Dozen. We don't have much of an encore. If you guys got a question to ask on the way out, feel free. I'm going to try and pull up that article for JPAR's pleasure. JPAR. Oh, no, that's the peanut butter to diamond. No, he's talking about the Visa USDC. Where was that article? Hold on, it's here somewhere. Here it is. There we go. Found it. Okay, Visa will start settling transactions, USDC, on the Ethereum blockchain. Yep, bullish news for Ethereum. Bullish news for tokens that are redeemable in Ethereum. We won't give up any names in particular. I've done my shilling on that. Moonbeam coming out, bridging things to Polkadot. We got awesome things happening with Wise. Awesome things happening with ChainX and Shadows and Polkadot and Ethereum. And I guess I'll just go back over to the market cap on the way out. So many good protocols. I love.
Jacob's got a comment. This is cool. We should talk about this. Helium has a collab with Airly. They're going to try to measure the air quality. That sounds
well. I'm a huge proponent of Helium. I love Helium Network. I still haven't gotten my miners, but I would like to order them soon. It's my desire to support the network. I'm a huge fan of when you become a part of a community, get the wallet, download it, stake it, and support it, and be a part of it. I love doing that. Polkadot, Theta. There's just some awesome things happening.
Doing great.
Kusama has been ripping it, and as our special guest said, Kusama's paving the way for Polkadot, and what you see happening now with Kusama, get ready, because a lot of these projects that are being built and testing on Kusama, many of them will move over to Polkadot. So it's almost like Polkadot's watching Kusama, and ready to rip and roar. So that's going to be huge when we've got. I'm really, I gotta say, Devin, I'm just so tickled after I saw Peter's last video when he talked about the roadmap and he showed everything in line together with everything that's being worked on. I like it because I know how much hard work he's been doing and you've been doing and so many people have been doing behind the scenes. So it's really nice to see boom, 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 table of contents in your face. Here you go, people. Yeah. So I want to tell you congratulations for all the hard work and for what you're doing.
Yeah,
so
really appreciate it.
Awesome. And thank you guys all. We're a little 5 minutes over. I guess I'm going to wrap it up. Did you guys say that someone had a question or a comment? Oh no, it was about helium.
Helium. That was the main thing. Yeah.
I'm going to tell you this about helium. I'm going to say about helium. I love looking at projects that have no competition. Okay. Ethereum, Polkadot, Cardano, they're working to interoperate with each other. Helium's not working to be interoperable with anybody. It's not even trying to be a smart contract platform to do it. It's not doing all that. Helium is specifically low ROAN technology, radio bandwidth. It works off a hotspot. You don't have to worry about buying the next ASIC miner year after year after year after year. So the Helium network, the Helium community is, I feel is big, has big things coming. So that's good news. Thank you for sharing that. Namaste, you guys. Sending love and vibes. Thank you guys so much for joining and hanging out with us. Make sure you, I don't need to make sure you do anything. Hit the like. You know how that thing works. Sharing's caring if you'd like to do that. And we'll see you next Monday. I got more videos I'm pumping out this week. Staking videos showing off my our little stakewise.org plug here. I'm so excited about this and other things happening. And yeah, bada bing, bada boom. The quick swap. Man, so much stuff happening. Devin, you want to say anything on the way out, brother? Any final words with what's going on with Wise?
Hey, I love being here. It's great to have community members like you guys, and what you've built is phenomenal. I'd love to. I love hanging out with you guys on Ryan. I hope you get on Clubhouse because Lucas and I hang on Clubhouse all the time. If you guys aren't on Clubhouse,
no, we're gonna get him on there. No, it's happening, brother. In fact, that's gonna be one of the places that we go to. We want to do a regular chat where we do a DeFi crypto talk.
Can I drop something?
Yeah.
Drop a little. So we were on. So Peter runs a blockchain 101 room. It's kind of agnostic from Wise, where he just wants to inform people about blockchain and. Really popular. About it'll hit a max of like 700 people per night, but
I've jumped a couple times. It's great. He rocks it.
It's awesome. Anyways, we had the president of Time magazine in last night, who's apparently pretty chummy with Peter. Didn't know, and he said that Time. You heard about the NFT 3 covers they had the other day that they raffled off. Fat's dead, God is dead, something like that. Well, they will soon be accepting cryptocurrency for subscriptions.
Nice.
That's freaking awesome.
How old? Yeah, how old is Time Magazine? And
oh man,
they're on top of it.
That's so cool. Yeah. Very cool, man. Yeah, no, I've been on there. I haven't been on Clubhouse as much lately. There's other people as well, but Peter rocks that. He does so much for talking about crypto and DeFi. He's actually made a regular show of it and has got quite a following. So that's just great for Wise and for crypto. I mean, it's just
yeah.
So
that's awesome.
All right, I keep.
Thank you so much.
I know I got. Oh, someone just ordered deeper router. Okay, JPAR, let me know what goes on with that. I would love to know about the deeper router. I saw some bad comments on that from an old video like months ago. So hopefully they've improved, and I would love to see it in action. You guys know what Deeper Network is? Have y'all heard of it?
No.
I'll tell you off the top of my head. I'll tell you what it is. It is I believe it's built on Polkadot. I could be wrong. It could be Ethereum, but I do know it's a VPN. Maybe it's Ethereum. It's Ethereum.
Okay.
It's a VPN. It's built off Ethereum, I'm sure. It's a private VPN. It's a blockchain VPN, decentralized VPN. So
that's awesome.
this could be huge.
Pretty sweet.
So JPAR has been a member of Wise and been part of our community for a long time. So grateful to have him around. You know what? It's about quality over content. If our dirty dozen becomes a dirty 1200, or dirty 12,000, or dirty 12, doesn't matter, because we keep it clean and we keep it quality. And thank you guys for jumping in. I am going to wrap it up because I know Ryan's got stuff to do. Devin's got stuff to do. You all got stuff to do. But thank you for jumping in. And we look forward to sharing more with you next week. And we got videos coming up. So thank you for sharing the good vibes and the love. I'm going to start wrapping it up out of here. That's my end. I'll let you guys say your piece, but namaste to all.
Well, thanks for spending your Monday evenings with us talking crypto. Thank you, Devin, for joining. And we'll see you next week. Adios.
Yeah, have a good one. Thanks.
And we are, as soon as my computer works, I think we'll end it here in a second. It's done.